The first thing to know about the bills tool is that every bill exists in really three different states in the voter voice software. The first is that it's in the database. It's searchable. You can log into the voter voice admin site, click on this bills menu, and come to manage bills. You can search any bill in whatever package level you have, whether that's federal level or any of the states. So let's say your folks who handle the fiscal note side of things have said, hey, we have an important bill on the horizon right now. It's called HR 1994, the Secure Act, and it's being held up in the Senate. So we want to show this off to your users. Now, your users can come to the bills page and simply search for that bill. And they can pull this up and they can see the official title and description. And you can find that same information when you search for it here. As you see, you have the same title, same info. Really, the only difference in what the users see versus what you see is that when there is a roll call vote, your members will see just the results, how many people voted how, whereas you will see specifically who voted how. So we'll say, yes, this is certainly something you want to show off to your members. Let's go ahead and enter this into the second state, which is tracked. Anything in this listing here are bills that you have opted to track, just keep an eye on. So to track that, we're just going to hit this plus icon. And we have an opportunity to go ahead and change some things about this bill. We can go ahead and say, well, maybe this is a long name. Let's just call it the Secure Act. And you can also give a custom explanation of what exactly that does. You can choose your position on the bill. We'll go ahead and say we support this one. This one had a vote of nearly unanimous, so safe to say we can support that one. You can also add a category to this bill. Now we have these that have been set up. I'll show you how to set up those categories later on. I'll just call this a public interest bill. And you also have the option to display this on your Action Center when your user goes to that interface where they can search for legislation. That's the third state. So I will say, yes, we want to enter that into the third state as well. And that's it. We do have a URL specific to this bill. That's just in case you want to email it out to everyone. But as it stands, I would like you to note the Secure Act is not included in this public interest list. If we refresh that page, now it is. And when your users click on that, they can see the custom information you've entered, as well as your position on the bill. These categories are whatever you want them to be. Many groups will categorize bills based on what they affect. However, some groups will also categorize bills based on how important the legislation is to them. They might have a very important category, important, or ancillary categories. To set up categories, you can actually do that pretty easily. Again, we're going to come to the Bills menu and the Bill Tracker Layout tool. You can choose the default jurisdiction. If you are a single state system, you may want to default just to your particular state. We can add new categories here. We can also just rearrange them thusly.